businesses up and down East 14th has only known about this within the last year. I recently bought the building, and if I knew this was in the plans, I would not have bought the building. Because the way my business is set up is not going to work for the way the BRT is planned. I want to stay in business and conduct my business as usual, but the way the BRT is set up is going to hurt my businesses and other small businesses in the area that rely on open streets, easy access to their business, and also parking on the street. I do not have parking in my space. If I can say that now.
Okay, one.
Yeah. I want to do business where I am and stay where I am. I'm just asking the city to help the small businesses like myself in some type of funding to help us stay and conduct our business as usual in the city of Oakland. Thank you.
Hi, City Council. Good evening. My name is Lin Chuang. I am owner Sun House Park Market, corner D12 and 5th Avenue. My customer, I have 7 full-time and 18 part-time employees. I have 5 and 6 units in sale 1 year. My customer came from all over Bay Area because of the special product that I sell for Asian community. The BRT will help my business a lot because they put the bus station stop right in front of my entrance, D12 Street. I have blocked visibility of my store because of the station shelter and the racing platform. I have many produce deliveries that will no longer not able to happen in front of my store. The BRT stop make it very dangerous for driver to turn into my parking lot. I have asked the city and AC Transit to move the bus station. If they don't, I will need to make it change to my store, or I may have relocated. The city needs to put the money into fund to help to change my because BRT costs the family. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Trout.
Good evening, Andrew Nelson, Basic, Javier Siva, city this time to me. So you just heard from 2 of the many businesses that are likely to need to make big changes as a result of the reconfiguration of International Boulevard on East 14. We've identified 300 heavily truck and auto dependent businesses along that boulevard, providing well over 1,000 jobs. You guys have tough decisions to make. We appreciate that. We know that anything that you fund likely takes away from something else, and there's very few rabbits to pull out of the hat. But these folks have a need that's created by public action. And so for that reason, we think that it's appropriate that there be a one-time contribution from the general fund to augment the CDBG allocation of $1 million. We think that $5 million is about what's needed. AC Transit has stepped up and done what they seem to be only able to do, which is offer funds for technical assistance. We'd like to be able to go with the city in partnership to other public agencies to fill this gap. But we need, it's a city and AC Transit project, and the city needs to get in as well, beyond our CDBG allocation. So as you consider your mid-cycle review of the budget, please consider an augmentation to this business sustainability fund for the BRT. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speakers.
My name is Susan Ginsky, and this is Suzanne Cubison, and she's seating. I would like to speak about neighborhood libraries and the importance of neighborhood libraries. We moved here from the East Coast 15 years ago to Oakland, and one of wonderful things about Oakland is that no matter where we live, and we've lived in 3 or 4 different communities since we've been here, there has been a neighborhood library very close by, within walking distance. Now, the most important thing to me about the library is the book group. Doesn't matter what month it is, on the third Tuesday, there's going to be a book group in my library. And that is what's important to me. But I want to speak about how the libraries have been important to me for probably 70 years. Now, at this point, the libraries that I'm talking about were in a working class city, Pawtucket, Rhode Island. I was 2 blocks from school. On the way home, there was a neighborhood library. Very important to my growing up. I still remember the names of the books I got out of that library. My favorite was Flicka, Ricka, and Dicka. And so what I want to speak about is not only how important it is to me, but how important these neighborhood libraries are to the children in our community. We have next to our library a playground, a vibrant playground that's always full. The kids go back and forth between the library and that playground. It is still a vital and important part of our community for kids. And taking away even one would mean that some child is not going to be able to walk to a library. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jenny Waski, and I love libraries. They are special places. Walking in, the mood is quiet, and another world opens up. No matter the busy streets outside and city noises, the library always feels like a sanctuary. Whether or not I am picking up books for myself or as a teacher for my classroom, wanting to browse or attending a library event, walking into the library provides a respite and inspiration. I use the Lakeview branch on El Embarcadero between Lakeshore and Grand Avenue. It is the best community library that I have been part of. Whatever the time, this particular branch is always teeming with life. Children and their families hang out at the little tables in the children's section. The computers are regularly used. The large tables reserved for quiet reading are busy with people respectfully reading together. There's a table filled with information and flyers of things going on in the community and the libraries. One of the best parts of this cozy and community-oriented library is the meeting room, used for all sorts of activities. There are always interesting photographs or paintings from a local artist hanging in this room. Some regular activities at Lakeview are weekly knitting, chess playing, and story time. Monthly activities like book club and writing are ones that I would not miss. There are also special events like performers, authors, and speakers who come to share at the Lakeview as well. I use the Lakeview Library because it has that wonderful community feel, and it's friendly, it's welcoming, and it's very accessible because of its perfect size and location. So I would like my city council to approve the measure for the budget to include that $500,000 for the future budget shortfall. I would also like to ask my city council to make it a priority for open libraries to be fully funded. So libraries like Lakeview that serve its community and the librarians that are always willing to help and connect people to what they need stay. Thank you.
Hadley Sriharan, David Bolanos, Ruby Bernstein, Leslie Mandrosbell, Sriharan Jaga, Karen Long, Janine Shimatsu, Elaine Weiner, Emily Fox, Sarah Rogers, Mary Cochran, Catherine Frenchurch, if I'm so sorry if I butchered that, I'm sorry. Jan Stern, Sharon Phillips, and Emily Rosenberg, and I'll toss them.
All right, come up and
Good evening. Myself and my wife are new residents to this community. One of the best experience was going to walking to the library in our neighborhood, and I was shocked to hear that it was destined to be closed. We moved here from Southeast Michigan, near Detroit area. You know how financially difficult for the civilian. But one thing they didn't touch is the library system. The thing was open for 7 days, 65 hours a week, and it was filled with school kids and volunteers helped to operate the library. Library is important to spread the knowledge, keep the kids away from the streets and learn things. I have lived in many countries, and the first thing I've seen in some of the libraries is funded by Carnegie. You know Carnegie, the steel magnate. He funded the libraries. I've seen plaques that he funded the libraries all over the world, and here you are thinking of closing the library.